Hello, everybody. Welcome back to College Football 25. We are here now with a Mountain West Conference Defensive Player of the Week. Paul Hankins gets those honors after our game against Temple, and here is the recruiting update, man. Look at this. We are first, second, and third, and so many of the recruits on our board. We lost a couple here as they committed to BYU. Unfortunate to lose out on recruits in-state, but, that's just how it rolls when you got a few solid programs in your state, and we have to deal with Utah and BYU, both Power 4 conferences, or both Power 4 opponents, rather. So being a group of 5 school, we're going to have to try a little bit harder if we want to swindle some of those higher-end prospects. And I mean, not even higher-end, but just 3 and 4 stars. We're going to have to put all of our money in that, all those eggs in those baskets if we want to try and get them. So, but we are finally opening up into conference play here. Our first conference game of our dynasty, of our career, just of the game, is in Boise playing the Boise State Broncos. And I love the presentation that they have with a little sledgehammer. I didn't know they did anything with the sledgehammer. Also love the way that the stadium looks here. I mean, it's a lot different than how it looked back in 05 and 04 and all the games I played. So it's great to see all the updates. So nothing happens in the first quarter, and if you guys could only know the final score of this game, you would be flabbergasted to know that nothing happened in the first quarter. But we are going to get into the rest of this game, and I promise you're not prepared. So on a 3rd and 10 at about midfield, Boise State trying to cook something up on offense, and a nice hit, but it looks like Marlon Dean knocked that one out. So Boise State's going to have to bring in their kicker past the 50-yard line. Like that's like a 63-yard kick, and he does miss it, okay, thankfully. But look at this, okay, almost kicking it from their own 45. And he does have the leg. I mean, look at that. I think that would have sailed past through. He didn't angle it right, which is nuts, dude. That would have been like a 64-yarder. Like, what is happening? There's no way a kicker for Boise State is going to make that kick. There's absolutely no way. So now on offense here, on 2nd and 11, Petrus here is going to uncork one to Brock Lane, heading towards the corner, and he hauls that one in, shakes off one man, he gets pushed out by the other, and now we are deep in Bronco territory, looking to add some points finally in this game here. So on 2nd and 10, and we're not going to do that. As Petrus uncorks one to the linebacker just kind of sitting there. The linebacker who made the tackle on the last play is now making the pick. So huge opportunity, great play by Petrus, followed by an amazingly terrible one. So the ball is now going to be heading the other way, and it might make a little bit more sense now how no one has scored yet in this game. But I promise you, it has not been that sloppy. So this was just a terrible decision by yours truly. So, I mean, look at that, dude. Brock Lane was triple covered, and I threw that ball. I don't know. But on 3rd and 8 here, Boise is going to pick up the first down and a whole lot more, and they're going to get even more as we can't make the tackle. We got 2 guys in pursuit with no speed, and that boy is gone for the first touchdown of the game, and he's going to gritty all over us. She's going to hit the gritty all over us. The most awkward stunted gritty. I refuse to believe they got anyone who can dance to motion capture that dance for this game, but I digress. It's the first touchdown of the game, and it's going to be Boise State. Cam Camper, crazy name, by the way, just crazy name. Didn't really do anything slick here, just kind of a burst of speed here, missed that tackle. I mean, we had 1 or 2 guys who maybe could have. But Ike Larson was there. I guess was in inches, but didn't have the speed to catch up. So it is what it is. So on offense now for your Aggies with 1.5 minutes left to go in the half here. So Spencer Petrus wants the deep ball all the way, and it's Micah Davis who shakes off of the defender, and there's no one else out there, and he's gone for the touchdown. So we answer back to the Broncos fairly quickly here as Micah Davis makes a very crafty catch and spin type move to get out of the one tackle that he had to worry about, and it breaks off a massive pickup for your Aggie offense. I mean, just amazing. Just amazing to see. I don't really like to try these one-on-one deep balls a lot, but I mean, in this game specifically against Boise State, man, they start cooking, and I don't even know the physics of that to catch and spin at the same time. And that dude was definitely bigger than Micah Davis was, but I won't even question it, man. I will take it. So 7-7 is your score. Boise State looking to add some more points before the half is up. Pressure is on, but it gets picked up, and they are going to just about get into the end zone on that one play. They get inside the 5-yard line, an amazing pass play by the Broncos. So they're going to go on the ground, and there's going to be no one there up the middle in the box to stop the running back as he gets into the end zone, and now he's going to gritty. Even more gritties. I'm tired of seeing the gritty. Quit grittying all over us. But it's, it's what you do, You play on blue turf, you get to gritty on your opponents, I guess. So, Ashton Gianti? I don't know. I'm not sure. Boise State fans, if you know, please help me out. But 14-7 is your score. I think, would throw another pick, and Boise would get an opportunity to add some more points, and they do just that by kicking a field goal to end the half. Kicker is getting chippy here with a big D lineman. I wouldn't pick that fight if I was him, but, I get it. Gotta show up for the boys, I guess, Get that fight in you. He's got that dog in him. It might be a chihuahua, but he's got that dog in him. So the first half is going to come to a close, and Boise State is going to hold a 10-point lead. And there you see the pass breakdown. I guess that's the stat they wanted to focus on. And yeah, they've got 2 picks, and I think that field goal they had before the half was because of an interception that I threw. So 2 pretty ugly picks to start off the game. I edited out the other one. In the interest of time, I think it was a deep ball that I threw that the Boise State defender would just cut it off or just, made the play on it, and then, a pick six, or not a pick six. We haven't had one yet, but on our very first offensive drive out of the half, and it's Bowman now who's wide open in the blue as he catches this one and gets into the end zone, man. Just unchallenged, unfazed. I don't know what kind of breakdown that was for the defense, because I think his defender was well in pursuit, and I don't know if he just kind of gave up on the play, but so you'll see 2 guys out there, and somehow Kobe Bowman ends up all alone. I thought number 8 had started off in pursuit with him, but maybe his zone was a little bit shorter, and then we were just able to get the ball out to Kobe before the safety could kind of come down and give help. So I don't know, just a timing thing maybe with their defense. So, but on 3rd and 8 for the Broncos, and they're going to answer back with a deep play of their own. And again, we've talked about this before, 0 speed in our secondary to catch up, and it's another huge touchdown. And like I said, man, if you thought the 0-0 score after the first quarter was crazy, just wait. You ain't seen nothing yet, okay? We are already exchanging blows here in the second half as Latrell Caples has a massive pickup for the Broncos, man. He just got back behind his defender, man. I just, there wasn't any special play here that Boise's doing. They're just kind of making our secondary look a little bit stupid as no one has the skill or the speed to really just kind of stay in pursuit. So we have an opportunity in the red zone here. We're going to give it off to Rasul Faison, who we haven't really talked about at all today. He's been doing okay, just hasn't really been getting in the end zone much. And so on the next play here, Petrus is going to keep it himself, and he's going to dive for the end zone. He was well in the end zone before he dove, but it's okay because he's in the end zone, and it is going to be another Aggie touchdown. We're going to cut that lead back to potentially 3, given the point after, which is not a guarantee for me in this game, as you guys have already seen. So, but we do answer back with another rushing touchdown for Spencer Petrus. I believe that's his second on the year now. I don't like to scramble too much here, but when we're this close to the end zone and there's an opportunity, then I like to go for it. And shout out to Jack Estera, bro, who picked up that block right there, because we could have easily gotten by him. So in our kick, our point after is errant, and we do miss it. So the lead is going to stay at 4 for Boise, unfortunately. So in the last play, potentially, of the third quarter, pressure is on to Boise State's quarterback, and it's the ball's flopped. It just gets flopped in the air, and it somehow landed in an Aggie defender's hands, man. That was just bizarre, and now Marlon Dean is injured on the D-line. Everything's just going wrong, but that's going to end the third quarter. And so the replay we're going to get here is in the end quarter cinematic. I don't know what happened, man. The receiver made a huge jump for the ball. It just got flipped out of his hands. I haven't seen that before. I haven't even seen that in clips of the game. Just bizarre. Just weird. But we will take an interception now. But on 3rd and 10, we got to come up with something big here. We're going to go for a deep ball again, and it is Jalen Royals, our star receiver. And that number 8 dude, he just gave up on the play. Did you see that? He was well in pursuit. He had Jalen Royals kind of covered. It wasn't even an open throw that I made. I was just hoping Jalen Royals would be able to kind of, jump for it, maybe make it interesting. I wasn't sure, but you can see here he's just streaking, and then his defender just kind of like lets up, it kind of like cuts in and you see him stutter there for a second. Like, I don't know if he thought that Jalen Rose was going to curl or something or sit on that route. I don't know, but either way, it was a terrible play defensively by the Broncos, and now we take a 3-point lead. Could be a 4-point lead, but field goals are hard. And then cutting inside is Janty, and he's off to the races. No speed's going to get him. Can he track him down? And he does. I think it was Olivo Jr. who tracked him down and made the tackle. So huge defensive play there to stop the touchdown. But we still have to keep them out of the end zone as they are inside the 10. And they're going to go with the quarterback keeper, and he's going to fall into the end zone for his first rushing touchdown of the day. So now both quarterbacks, both number 7, by the way, have a rushing touchdown to their names today. So we're seeing everyone get involved. Running attack, receivers, quarterbacks rushing now. It is just an offensive output after a scoreless first quarter, man. And it is now just a back-and-forth onslaught as Boise State is looking to take a 31-27 lead here. With 3 minutes left to go in the fourth here, we have to be pretty efficient with our play calling. And that's what I'm talking about. Jack Hyster getting his name called today. Every receiver's eaten a little bit today in some regard, as he gets a massive reception to get us deep in Bronco territory. So on the very next play, we're going to try and dot that corner with Micah Davis, and he outruns his 2 defenders and gets into the end zone for another Aggie touchdown, man. And every receiver is producing. And yeah, the fans are distraught. They don't know what to do. With just 2.5 minutes left to go, we are looking to take another 3-point lead over the Broncos. Just beautiful form. Look at that. Uncorked. Just uncorked. Beautiful play calling by the OC, whoever that guy is. Beautiful play call. So Boise is already cooking in our territory with still 2 minutes left to go, so this game is far from over, especially when you're making plays like that. Beautiful play by Boise State, man. Just absolutely beautiful. Just found the hole in our zone and just plopped it right down in the bucket, man. That was a beautiful throw by Malachi Nelson. Just I got to give credit where credit's due, man. Real recognizes real, and that was definitely a real nice play by the Boise State offense, man. Just like we had dudes over there, just boop, no one was looking. No one was looking or paying attention. Just a great play. I love seeing good football played, okay? I love seeing it. So 38-34 is your score. Just under 2 minutes left to go. We still have plenty of time, and now we're going to blot this one in the hole in Boise's defense as we find Colby Bowman in the middle of a sea of Broncos, and he hauls this one in and turns upfield for a humongous gain. So now on the 28-yard line of Boise State, it is 1st and 10. We're going to try and hit this corner again, and that safety tried to cut off Brock Lane's his route, tried to cut him off here and pick that one off, and he misses, times it by like maybe a second or so, like a half a second, and that's going to fall right into Brock Lane's hands for a touchdown. So humongous play, could have been potentially a disaster, and I want you guys to see on this replay here just how close this was, man. I don't know how he mistimes it like this, but I mean, just absolutely floats that one in, and boom, look at that. I just don't know if he was in the right position. You see he had to like turn his body. I just don't know if he was in the right position. So we're going to go for 2 here, just kind of risk it all here, risk it for the biscuit, and on the run, pressure is on. We get out to Rasul Faison for the 2-point conversion. So we get the point back that we missed earlier in the game. And now Boise State is going to have to find the end zone if they want to tie this game or just get back in this game. And they are going to throw a pick. Malachi Nelson, I mean, not even really under pressure here, but maybe just feeling the heat from the game, throws a horrendous pick to the middle of the field. And that is, I mean, essentially kind of going to be all she wrote if we can, get a first down or so and get in victory formation. Boise State only 1 timeout. So, yeah, it's essentially game. That is the game-sealing pick, thanks to our brilliant defense, who, despite the 38 points on the board here, I think have done a good enough job to get us the win here. And Rasul Faison is going to get the first down that we were looking for, and I think we were fine anyway, but that's for sure going to end things for the Broncos' chances, and that is going to do it, man. A 22-point fourth quarter for your Utah State Aggies is going to hand us the win in Boise, man. What a crazy back and forth. And yeah, might as well be player of the game. 50% completion percentage, but he still has 6 touchdowns and 434 yards, man. What a crazy game. Just a gross stat, man. And yeah, man, just amazing, amazing offensive performance. We haven't really seen offense like this so far from our team. You know, like we've had some decent performances and play calls and stuff like that. But I mean, this is the first game where it was really just a back and forth. We could just do anything that we wanted, but Boise State also could kind of do a lot. I mean, look at the offense, man. Over 1,000 yards combined of offense in this game. Just no one could be stopped. Like just nothing. Nobody could be stopped. That is just absolutely crazy, man. Still crazy that Spencer Petras went 11 for 22. That is awful. Third down percentage was also gross for us. We did not do that great on third down in this game. And the 2 picks, or the 4 picks combined, is really, I think, ultimately where this game must have got kind of out of hand for both teams on offense. So taking a look now at the player stats, we've already seen Spencer Petras' stat line here. 5 touchdowns and 2 INTs. And the rushing touchdown. You can't forget that. Add the rushing touchdown. Rasul Faison has 82 yards, even though we didn't really focus too much on him, man. It was really all receiving this game. He didn't get into the end zone. Micah Davis leads the team in receiving, but Colby Bowman down here at 112 on 2 receptions. 2 receptions, 112 yards. It's broken. It's broken. It's just broken. It's just a gross stat line, scores, you name it, man. It's rough. So taking a look at the defensive breakdown here, not too many sacks. We didn't really get to Malachi Nelson as much as we've been getting to quarterbacks in the last few weeks, so not great there. But that is essentially going to do it for this game here as we get back to the main menu. Victorious Utah State earns a midseason conference victory. That's all they have to say about that absolute thriller back and forth. Come on, man. That would have been primetime gold, even though it was middle of the day. So hope to see you guys in the next video when we take on the UNLV Rebels back at home. We're finally back at home in Logan, Utah. So hope to see you guys there at home.